Welcome to AJ Akshar Academy YouTube channel. In this session, I am going to discuss class 11 physics JEE Main NEET thermal properties of matter, thermal expansion of liquids, part 2. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Please share your valuable comments in the comment section. Let us go to the today's topic, thermal expansion of liquids, part 2. Go to the this question. Coefficient of apparent expansion of a liquid in two different vessels are A and B. Then the real coefficient of expansion of liquid if the ratio of volume expansion of vessels is x is to y. Here we have to calculate the ratio of volume expansion of vessels x is to y. The given coefficient of apparent expansion of liquid in two vessels are one is A, other one is B. Let us go to the solution. Here gamma r is equals to gamma A1 plus gamma 1 and gamma r is equals to, next we are writing gamma A2 plus gamma 2. We have to find out gamma 1 by gamma 2 is equals to x by y. So first gamma 1 is equals to gamma r minus, from these two equations we are writing the expressions for gamma 1 and gamma 2. So from first equation gamma 1 is equals to gamma r minus gamma A1. Consider this as equation number 1 and gamma 2 is equals to gamma r minus gamma A2. Consider this as equation number 2. Now next 1 by 2, equation 1 by equation 2. So we get gamma 1 by gamma 2 is equals to gamma r minus gamma A1 by gamma r minus gamma A2. Gamma 1 by gamma 2 they given as x by y is equals to gamma r, gamma A1 they given as A and gamma r minus gamma A2 they given as B. Now taking cross multiplication, x into gamma r, x gamma r minus xb, that is equals to y into gamma r minus a y, a into y, a y. So that is equals to here x gamma r minus y gamma r, that is equals to minus bx becomes plus bx, bx minus a y. So here we are taking gamma r common, next x minus y is equals to bx minus a y. So gamma r is equals to, we are getting bx minus a y by x minus y. This is the final answer. Okay. Next we will go to the next question. The ratio of coefficients of apparent expansion of the same liquid in two different vessels is 1 is to 2. If alpha 1 and alpha 2 are the coefficient of linear expansions, then coefficient of real expansion of liquid is, here they given ratio of coefficient of apparent expansion they given as 1 is to 2 and alpha 1 and alpha 2 are the coefficient of linear expansions. We have to find out coefficient of real expansion of the liquid. Let us go to the solution. Here given gamma A1 by gamma A2 is equals to, they given as 1:2, that is 1/2. From gamma R is equals to apparent expansion plus cubical expansion. Gamma R is equals to gamma A plus gamma G. From this we are writing gamma A is equals to gamma R minus gamma G. Gamma G can be written as gamma R minus 3 alpha G. So gamma A1 by gamma A2 is equals to gamma A1 by gamma A2 is equals to gamma R minus 3 alpha 1 by gamma R minus 3 alpha 2. That is equals to, they given as 1/2. So here by taking cross multiplication, 2 into gamma R minus 2 3s are 6 alpha 1 is equals to gamma R minus 3 alpha 2. Here gamma A1 is equals to gamma R minus 3 alpha 1 by gamma R minus 3 alpha 2 is equals to 1/2. Now taking cross multiplication, then 2R minus R, here 2 gamma R, this gamma R going this side, plus becomes minus, so that is equals to 6 alpha 1 minus 3 alpha 2. 2 gamma R minus gamma R, gamma R. Gamma R is equals to 6 alpha 1 minus 3 alpha 2. This is the coefficient of real expansion of the liquid. So therefore gamma R is equals to 6 alpha 1 minus 3 alpha 2. This is the final answer. Okay. Next we will go to the next question. If the coefficient of real expansion is 1% more than coefficient of apparent expansion, then linear expansion coefficient of the material is. So here we have to calculate the linear expansion, coefficient of linear expansion of the material. Now let us go to the solution. Gamma R is equals to gamma A plus they given as 1% more than. So this can be written as gamma R is equals to gamma A plus 1/100 of gamma A. So this can be written as, taking LCM, 100 plus 1, 101. So 101/100 into gamma A. So this is equals to, then this can be written as gamma A is equals to, here gamma A going this side, no, it becomes 100/101 of gamma R. Now we have to calculate alpha. Alpha nothing but coefficient of linear expansion of this material. So now gamma R is equals to, real expansion is equals to coefficient of apparent expansion plus cubical expansion, that is equals to gamma R is equals to gamma A plus 3 alpha G. So gamma A is equals to 100/101 gamma R. Now we are substituting gamma R is equals to gamma R is equals to 100 by 101 of gamma r plus 3 alpha g. Now we are writing this as gamma r minus 100 by 101 of gamma r is equals to 3 alpha g. So now taking LCM, 101 gamma r minus 100 gamma r by 101 gamma r, that is equals to 3 alpha g. So here 101 gamma r minus 100 gamma r, 101 minus 100, 1. So 3 alpha g is equals to, we are getting gamma r by 101 gamma r. Now 3 alpha g is equals to, here 101 alpha g is equals to gamma r by taking cross multiplication 3 into 101. So that implies alpha g is equals to gamma r by 101 into 3, 303. So this is the final answer. So alpha g is equals to coefficient of linear expansion of the material. Alpha g is equals to gamma r by 303. This is the final answer. Okay, next we will go to the next question. If coefficient of apparent expansion of liquid is 76% of coefficient of real expansion of that liquid, the coefficient of linear expansion of the vessel is, here they given that apparent expansion of the liquid is 76% of real expansion of the liquid. We have to calculate coefficient of linear expansion of the vessel. Now let us go to the solution. Given gamma A is equals to 76%, 76 by 100 of gamma r, then we have to calculate coefficient of linear expansion of the vessel, that is alpha g is equals to question mark. Now gamma r is equals to gamma a plus gamma g. So that implies gamma r is equals to gamma a plus gamma g can be written as 3 alpha g. So gamma r is equals to gamma a nothing but they given as 76 by 100 gamma r plus 3 alpha g. Now here gamma r minus 76 by 100 gamma r is equals to, we are writing 3 alpha g. Now taking LCM, this can be written as 100 gamma r minus 76 gamma r by 100, that is equals to 3 alpha g. 100 minus 76, 24. So 24 of gamma r by 100, that is equals to 3 alpha g. Now here 3 ones, 3 eights. So 8 by 100 gamma r is equals to alpha g. Now alpha g is equals to, here we are writing alpha g is equals to 8 by 100 gamma r, or this can be written as alpha g is equals to, either we can write 8 by 100 or 8% of gamma r. So therefore alpha g is equals to coefficient of linear expansion of the vessel, alpha g is equals to 8% of gamma r. Okay. This is the final answer. Next we'll go to the next question. The coefficient of real expansion of liquid is gamma r and the coefficient of apparent expansion of the liquid is gamma a. The coefficient of cubical expansion of the vessel is gamma. If gamma r is to gamma a is 4:1, then gamma r is to gamma is, here they given the ratio of gamma r and gamma a as 4:1. We had to calculate ratio of gamma a and gamma, coefficient of apparent expansion and coefficient of cubical expansion of the vessel. Let us go to the solution. Here given gamma r by gamma a is equals to 4:1. We have to calculate gamma a by gamma, ratio of gamma a by gamma. Gamma r is equals to, from this we can write it as 4 gamma a. So gamma r is equals to gamma a plus gamma. So gamma r they given as 4 gamma a, that is equals to gamma a plus gamma. So this can be written as 4 gamma a minus gamma a is equals to gamma. 4 gamma a minus gamma a, nothing but 3 gamma a, that is equals to gamma. So ratio of apparent expansion of the vessel and cubical expansion of the vessel is equals to 1/3. So therefore gamma a by gamma is equals to 1/3. This is the ratio of gamma a and gamma is either 1:3 or 1/3. Okay, next we will go to the next question. If gamma is coefficient of real expansion of the liquid, then the temperature at which density of liquid is 1% of its density at 0 degree centigrade is. Now let us go to the solution. Here they given density at T degree centigrade, rho T is equals to 1% of rho naught. This can be written as 1/100 into rho naught. So density at T degree centigrade, rho T is equals to 1/100 into rho naught. This can be written as rho T of 1 plus gamma r of T minus 0. So here rho T gets cancels. So now this can be written as 100 is equals to 1 plus gamma r into T minus 0, gamma r into T. So 100 minus 1 is equals to gamma r into T. 100 minus 1, 99. 99 is equals to gamma r into T. So T is equals to gamma r by 99. So it's the temperature at which density of liquid is 1% of its density at 0 degree centigrade is, that is, now final answer T is equals to, we are getting gamma r by 99. Okay. Next we will go to the next question. A 1 liter flask contains some mercury. It is found that at different temperatures, the volume of air inside the flask remains the same. The volume of mercury taken in the flask is, coefficient of linear expansion of the glass is they given as 9 into 10 to the power of minus 6, and coefficient of volume expansion of mercury they given as 9 into 10 to the power of minus 4 per degree centigrade. Here we have to calculate volume of mercury in the flask. Now let us go to the solution. Here volume of air above the liquid remains constant when the volume of air above the liquid remains constant when gamma L VL is equals to gamma G into Vg. Okay. Now here they given us 1 liter, nothing but 1000 ml. So Vg is equals to, they given us 1000 ml, and gamma L they given us 1.8 into 10 to the power of minus 4 degree per degree centigrade. And next we have to calculate coefficient of linear expansion of the glass. They given volume of mercury of the flask. So VL is equals to question mark, and gamma G is equals to 3 alpha G. So that implies gamma G is equals to 3 into alpha G they given as 9 into 10 to the power of minus 6 per degree centigrade. So this is equals to 9 3s are 27 into 10 to the power of minus 6 per degree centigrade. So this can be written as either 27 10 to the power of minus 6 or 0.27 into 10 to the power of minus 4 per degree centigrade. So therefore first gamma L VL is equals to gamma G Vg. So in that equation we are substituting values. Now gamma L VL is equals to gamma G into Vg. Now substituting values, 1.8 into 10 to the power of minus 4 into VL is equals to 0.27 into 10 to the power of minus 4 into Vg they given as 1000. So now VL is equals to 0.27 into 10 to the power of minus 4 into 1000 by this one, 1.8 into 10 to the power of minus 4. 10 to the power of minus 4 gets cancels. This decimal representation we are writing this as 2.7 by 18 into 1000. So this can be written as, again here decimal representation 27 by 10, 0 gets cancels. Now this 27 by 18 into 100. Now taking cancellation, 9 2s are 18, 9 3s are 27. Here again 2 1s, 2 50s are, so 53s are 150. So VL is equals to, we are getting 150 ml. This is the volume of the liquid. So VL is equals to 150 ml. Okay. Next we will go to the next question. A liquid occupies half of a vessel at a particular temperature. The volume of the unoccupied part remains constant at all temperatures if alpha and gamma are the coefficients of linear and real expansion of the vessel and liquid, that is gamma is. Here we have to calculate coefficient of cubical expansion, gamma we have to calculate. Now let us go to the solution. Here gamma G is equals to V, and VL is equals to, they given as half of the vessel. A liquid occupies half of a vessel at particular temperature. So that's why V by 2. So now VL gamma L is equals to Vg into gamma G. So VL can be written as V by 2 into gamma is equals to V into 3 alpha. Here V gets cancels, and gamma is equals to, taking cross multiplication, 2 3s are 6 alpha. Therefore the value of gamma is 6 alpha. Okay, next we will go to the next question. The fraction of the volume of a glass flask must be filled with mercury so that the volume of the empty space may be the same at all temperatures is. Here the given alpha is 9 in 10 to the power of minus 6 per degree centigrade, and gamma is 18.9 into 10 to the power of minus 5 degree centigrade. Now let us go to the solution. Here they given gamma Hg is equals to 18.9 into 10 to the power of minus 5 degree centigrade, and gamma G is equals to, coefficient of cubical expansion is equals to 3 into alpha G. So that implies they given as alpha G, they given as 3 into 9 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So that is equals to 9 3s are 27. 27 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So therefore gamma G is equals to, this can be written as 2.7 into 10 to the power of minus 5 per degree centigrade. So VHG into gamma Hg, H is nothing but mercury, so Vg into gamma G. So VHG by, here Vg is equals to gamma G by, we can write it as gamma VHG by Vg equals to gamma G by gamma Hg. Now substituting the values, VHG by Vg is equals to gamma G, they given as 2.7 into 10 to the power of minus 5, and gamma Hg. So here gamma H is nothing but they given as 18.9 into 10 to the power of minus 5. Here 10 to the power of minus 5, 10 to the power of minus 5 cancel. Here 1 by 7. So the ratio of, here the fraction of the volume of flask must be filled with mercury so that volume of the empty space is at maybe the same at all temperatures. Here we have to calculate VHG by Vg, that is 1 by 7. Okay. Next we will go to the next question. The coefficient of cubical expansion of liquid and glass are in the ratio 8:1. The volume of the liquid to be taken into 800 cubic centimeter container so that the unoccupied portion remains constant. Now here in this question they given as the ratio of cubical expansion and of liquid and glass are 8:1. So now let us go to the solution. Here they given VL by gamma, coefficient of cubical expansion of the liquid, that is gamma L by gamma G is equals to, they given as 8 by 1, and Vg, volume of the liquid to be taken, that is equals to, they given as 800 cc cubic centimeter. So we have to calculate volume of the liquid. So VL into gamma L is equals to Vg into gamma G. Now we have to calculate VL. So VL is equals to Vg into gamma G by gamma L. Now substituting values, Vg they given as 800 into 1 by 8. 8 ones are 800s. So VL is equals to, that implies volume of the liquid VL is equals to 100 into 1 100. So 100 cc, 100 cubic centimeters. So therefore VL is equals to 100 cubic centimeters. This is the final answer. Volume of the liquid VL is equals to 100 cc. Okay, next we will go to the next question. The coefficient of volume expansion of mercury is 20 times the linear expansion of glass. Find the volume of mercury that must be poured into a glass vessel of volume V so that the volume above the mercury remains constant at all temperatures. Now, here the given coefficient of volume expansion of mercury is 20 times the linear expansion of glass. We have to find the volume of mercury. Now let us go to the solution. Here they given gamma Hg is equals to 20 into alpha G. So Vg is equals to V. Now we have to calculate volume of mercury. So Vhg into gamma Hg is equals to Vg into gamma G. So Vhg into, they given as 20 alpha G, that is equals to V into gamma G, nothing but coefficient of cubical expansion 3 into alpha G. So alpha G gets cancels. Next Vhg volume of mercury is equals to 3 into V, 3V, 3V by 20. So therefore final answer, therefore volume of mercury, therefore volume of mercury Vhg is equals to 3V by 20. This is final answer, 3V by 20. Okay, volume of mercury that must be poured into a glass vessel of volume V, that is Vhg is equals to, we calculated 3V by 20. Okay, thanks for watching this video.